Hi everybody, it's Ed. I'm back with another trading video, with another cool trading video. I promised you guys that I would do a video this evening, or today, on the strat and order flow. So here we go. I was introduced to the strat last year. I couldn't find anybody that was trading the strat with futures. Everybody seemed to be swing trading it with stocks and things. So I didn't exactly see a tremendous amount of use for it for me. I was looking for something a little more sophisticated in terms of order flow and that sort of thing. I wasn't looking for anything that was pure price action. I had read Anna Cooling's book on price action and volume price analysis, and she had talked about price action as being kind of just one side of the picture, or one part of the picture. So I had not looked at the strat since last summer. I'd been involved in some other projects. I've been working on some of the order flow stuff. I got my own order flow study out for Sierra Charts, which is free. And I think I've got that in one of the other videos. You can just look in one of the other videos and grab it off the website. So, I have a friend of mine that I've been kind of showing trading, and he's interested in getting out of the 9 to 5 grind and doing some trading and making some money. And so I've been showing him order flow. I've been showing him all some of these other things. And he says to me, "Yeah, order flow is kind of cool, but it's kind of complex. You got anything simpler?" So I thought about it for a minute, and I said, "Well, there's this thing out there called the strat, and it was done by a guy named Rob Smith, and it basically talks about the truth of the market, what we know to be true, type thing. And at its very basic, simplest level, what we know to be true is there's only 3 types of bars out there. There's what he calls a 1, 2, and a 3 bar. And a 1 bar would be an inside bar. You always look at it from the perspective of the bar that came before it. So a 1 bar would be an inside bar. A 2 bar would be a bar that breaks one side of the previous bar, inside bar not. And a 3 bar is a engulfing bar that breaks both sides. Some people call those mother bars. Some people call those, on a larger time frame, some people call those engulfing bars. Whatever. But there's 3 bars, and they mean different things depending on what kind of bar it is and what happens with the market. What does the market do with it? Now, kind of the queen of this whole strat thing is a woman named Sarah. She's got a Twitter account. She's got a YouTube channel, which I'll put the link in, Sarah Strat Sniper. I will put a link to her YouTube videos, which are extremely informative. One of the videos that she made, is called "Making Money Strat Style Easy as 1, 2, 3." And it talked about what does the 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar thing mean. Well, I showed my friend this video. He immediately got it. Right? So, I had written last summer a study collection for Sierra, for the strat, which all it did was number the bars. So later on, I added a lot of the combinations. They have the bar combos, they call them, where you would trade these combinations of price action bars. For example, you've got one here. You got a price action bar here. So you would trade that 3 bar. Let me move this over a little bit. You would trade that 3 bar combination there or you would trade this 3-bar combination down here. And they all have specific meanings and specific ways that you would trade those. Okay, so he immediately took to it. So what I did was I added my thing, my study collection to the chart, which it's not going to make any, these, you know, these are all up and down bars. What do they do? You know, you look at them and you go, oh my God, this is just kind of an up-down mess. You can generally see that, okay, we're kind of an uptrend, but I don't know what's going on with these things here. So let me put the strat study on there, and poof, here we go. So we've got all the candles numbered, 1, 2, and 3. The 2s have got some, and all these except the one candles either say like 2U or 2D, which is a 2 up or 2 down depending on which way they break, and a 3 up or down, which depending on which way the candle closes. Since it breaks both sides, it doesn't make any sense to say it's a 3 up or a 3 down candle in terms of breaking, but it makes sense to say this is for example, this is a 3 up or a 3 down candle because it closed up. Okay. Now you'll see the F candles. You'll see 2 UFs, 2 UFs, 2 F, 2 DF. What that means is that the candle broke the previous candle. You always look at the previous candle, and Sarah talks about this in her Easy as 1, 2, 3 video. This was done about 3 months ago, by the way. And it's got 13,000 views. I think it should have about 113,000 views because it's very, very simple, very easy. My friend saw the video and he just instantly got it. He says, yeah, I get it, I understand it. Now how do you trade it? You know, so I started showing the combos, and then I went ahead and coded the combos up and put them on the chart. These are the arrows, and you'll see those. The combinations, basically it's like, okay, fine, I've got a 1 candle right here, which is basically it's within that, you know, it's within that previous candle, and then you have a 2 candle. Well, barely breaks it and comes back in. Is that do you trade that up? Do you trade that down? How do you trade it? Anyway, I started looking at these and saying, well, you know, some of these signals work out. Like that short signal worked out, but did that long signal work out? Long signal really didn't work out very well. Is there a way? My friend came back and I was thinking about it also. Is there a way to enhance, to improve the strat so that we can have more winning trades? That you don't have, you know, God, you move your stop to break even instantly, and then you take it out, or you take it out for a loss. Enter my little order flow TLL. I'll add that to the chart, and now all of a sudden you start getting some order flow, order for price areas, or order for price lines. Now, the rule that I follow for me, okay, if I see something in the wick of a candle, that to me means something. Okay, for example, right here, that's the yellow is a high volume of price. That means reversal to me. So in conjunction with a strat signal, I take that. You know, I take that reversal depending upon what that previous candle was. I like to see a previous candle 2 or 3 ticks, no larger. I don't like to see something like that, and then take the trade at the bottom of that candle, because my stop loss would have to be way up here, and either here or here, and it's either going to get taken out or it's going to get very uncomfortable for me if the trade goes against me. I like to see nice little bitty candles, little bitty candles, little bitty candles. There's a nice one, nice little bitty candle. There's a 1 and then broke to the downside. Nice little bitty candle right there. Okay. Now, let me do this, and I think it will help you determine market direction. Okay, I'm going to go to my VPOC, right? Change the width to 2. I'm going to change that draw style from a dash to a line. Okay, now, just FYI, I've renamed some of these, some of the short names. Seller absorption and seller exhaustion. I've added seller buying and seller exhaustion. I also have buying and selling exhaustion ratios here. They're not displayed on the chart itself, but when you go to up here to your window and you say chart values window, you'll see them on there. Okay, so I've got that. I've got VPOC as a line. Now, tell me if market direction is a lot clearer. Isn't that nice? You can see market direction is a lot clearer. There's your pullback. You know, there's your you're grinding back up. You're grinding back up. You're still long. Okay, now here you see a turn. See a turn in the market. The small candles. See those small candles up here? That's delta. That's what delta volume gives you. This is a delta 250 volume chart. This is one of the really nice things about that. When you start seeing small candles, that's usually either a short or a long-term reversal candle. Usually short-term on a small time frame like this, but it's enough for you to scalp and make, 4, 5, 6, maybe 10, maybe more ticks right there. Right, say for example, right there. There's a small one, small delta candle. You've got these delta candles. Everything's going up. Then a delta candle, which means you're starting to see some exhaustion up here of the buying. What happens next one? You've got a strat signal to the downside, and there you go. There's your nice little, you're taking a nice 4, 5, 6 tick trade with basically you're getting in here at 44.50.25. Where's your stop loss? At 44.51. So you're one tick above that. So that's pretty, that's pretty nice. You're looking at a 3-tick stop loss, and people are going, oh, you can't trade the market with a 3-tick or 2-tick or 4 or 5-tick. You have to have 2 or 3 point stop loss in order to trade the market. Well, no, you don't. In showing you how to do this, you're looking for the small candles. So say, for example, you're going up or you're going down. You're looking for small candles to turn around. Obviously, the trend of the market is up at this particular point. This was Friday's chart again. Trend of the market was up, so I wouldn't necessarily be taking any short trades. Okay, even if I took short trades, it'd be scalps. There's a nice scalp there. Turn around right there. There's a nice long trade that ran up. You've got a bunch of they call these, I guess they call these PMGs or pivot machine guns. Sarah, if you're watching this video, please correct me if I'm wrong. I watched your PMG video, but I haven't had a chance to go back through it in detail. I apologize. But you can see where these candles are just really, really nice for, just continuation. There is a study in here for the continuation candles. I turned it off because you just got a zillion different arrows on the chart. What I like to do is I like to trade, say for example from here, I would go long until I get a reversal. Here's my reversal trade. Since the trend is up, would I take that reversal? Maybe, maybe not. I might take it as a scalp, but then again, I might say, you know what? Here's my long trade down at 44.50-ish, 44.975, 44.50. I'm going to take that long trade. I'll get out up here when I get that reversal signal. I'll get out right up here at 52. So there's a nice 8 ticks. Okay, there's a nice 2 points. So you've made $100. There's $100 in between 13.28 and 13.35. So in less than 10 minutes, you made $100. What other profession can you get in that you can make that kind of money in, say 10, 15 minutes? You make $100. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for just following signals on a chart. You don't have to go to university for 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 years. You don't have to get your doctorate in something. Hey, You know, you're making, 15 minutes. You can make $100 in 15 minutes. That's $400 an hour. You could sit there and trade this thing. I can't trade this all day long, but I guess other people can. I mean, I trade for a couple hours. I just get tired. But you can see these signals. When you get the signal, when you get the signal, get out of your long trade, go back into a long trade. Now here, to me, that's a very obvious. See how small that candle is? Yes, and these candles are getting, there's small candles, but they're getting smaller and smaller. You can get out. Here's where you could say, okay, there may be a trend change here. So I've got a nice long candle here. I've got a bunch of little short candles here. I would take that short right there. I would say, for example, here's the bottom. There's my target. Here's my target down here. Maybe here's my target down here. Take these little micro swings as targets. Okay. And if I'm trading, a couple of contracts, Sarah has a good video about targets. And you can take the trade down. What was happening up here? You had VWAP on these candles. See how VWAP started to turn down? You've had it as waves, and then your VPOC was up here at the top of the candle and started moving down sharply. So yeah, I'd take that. Nice smooth right here where you got a little bit of the trend change. Nice move. You don't know if that's a trend change, but you'll know. You look at it and you go, hey, that's probably going to be a nice little trade. So you take the trade, come down, you start seeing buyer exhaustion. You got a buyer exhaustion here. You've got reducing volume at the tops of these candles. So you come down here, say for example in this area, you could take off one contract in the green area down here, which kind of coincides with the bottom of this guy right here, with that little micro swing. So you take a contract off there and see what happens. Put your stop, your entry's way the heck up here. Your stop was like 2 points or 2 ticks up. Half a point up is where your stop was, and it never even came close to it. Well, it came within a tick, but it never came closer than a tick. You never got it hit. So you could sit there and just let it ride. You have one contract off down here. You got some money in the bank. Let it ride. Where does it go? It just keeps going down. You get some small. You get some small reversal signals, but here's a nice little reversal signal down here. Smaller candle. And it starts to go back up. Okay, so I might take that, get out of my short trade, get into my long trade, see where it goes. Went right up here. Didn't go very far, but again, see where the high volume of price is coming down. Definitely trend change. You got at least a short-term trend change. Pops back up. You're making lower highs and lower lows. So again, more continuation for the short. Buyer exhaustion. Then you get some buyer absorption down here. Pops back up a little bit. Starts screwing around here. Yeah, I got a trade right there. Nice small candle right there. Okay, there's a nice one there. You got rejection to the upside. See the wick? Price rejection to the upside. Okay. Small candle, relatively small candle body. I like trading candle bodies. Sarah and some of the other strategers will tell you take the whole body of the candle into consideration. Well, when I'm scalping futures, I don't like to do that because you can have some very, very nasty swings in futures, and by the time you get into that trade, it may be too late. Then again, if it's too long for you, if you want to trade the entire candle body, for example, that's a little bit too long for me. That's 44.55 to 44.53. So that's an 8-tick candle body. That's a little big for me to scalp. I don't like that because by the time that trade's okay because this is where you would get in. But this guy, for example, by the time you got in here, you'd have to break here, and your stop loss would be back up here. So to me, other people 8 or 9 ticks worth of risk is acceptable. I don't like that much risk, but it is what it is. Everybody's got their own different trading styles. So anyway, you've got this. There's a counter. There's a little bit of a counter trend trade, but again, candle bodies. You got big candle bodies, smaller, nice small one. Now you got to turn around. Bam, it clears that candle. You take it. You can take it up to here. You try for here, but top of that body would be nice. Or you can just take it until you get a turnaround signal right there, which you're making what, 4 ticks? Hey, 4 ticks, man. Put it in the bank. Go on with life. That's a $50. And if you take these small trades like this, $50, hey, that stuff adds up, man. You can make a pretty nice living in a few hours just trading these little micro swings with the strat and watching order flow. Now, you're watching order flow right here. Here's a nice order flow long trade. It's not a really small probability trade, but it was a nice probability trade because you had rejection down here, and you had a buying imbalance here, which sent the market back up, and you had your reducing volume to the downside, increasing volume to the upside, buying imbalance, and it took off. So here's your next trade. Strat says get in. Boom. You come back up here. Here's your nice small body candle. You got a buying imbalance for 2 candles right here. What are you going to do? Go down. Here we go. So you're looking at these as a combination of order flow here and strat signals. You can look at this and go, yeah, but there's order flow here. There's an order flow signal here. There's an order flow signal here. Yeah, but you're not getting a strat signal. The two, you can use the 2 signals, the strat signals and the order flow, to work together to help not only get you into really good trades, but keep you out of bad trades. So you're not just trading every single thing that you see and throwing money up at the market and losing trades, which I don't like to do. Not cool. So, here you go. You got pullbacks, obviously trend change, pullbacks. So you can make some money. Here's, you could get in here. There's a nice one. Excuse me. There's a nice short trade there. There's a nice short trade there. Wouldn't necessarily take the long, because that would have been a nice long right there because of the very small candle body. That would have been 1 or 2 ticks. Nice long there. As soon as the candle closes, get out of the trade. Wait for the next one. You're looking at maybe 4 to 6 ticks there. Here's a nice one here, and you start getting these things. You start getting these continuation candles to the downside. Just ride them. Ride, baby, ride. You've gotten up around here about 44-48 area where you take the short signal, and here we go. Here's a nice small body right there. You could get out there 44-42, 44-43. That's 5 points right there. Nice trade. And you can see these all over the charts. Anyway, these strat signals, I'm going to put the study collection out. This is an updated study collection that I just finished this afternoon. I'm continuing to work on these things. So this is a work in progress, but I wanted to get this out to show you guys. Oh God, there's another one. God, there's another great short trade. And look at that long candle. Bam. Look at that sucker come down. And it came all the way down here. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 44, 45 and a half. Something like that. All the way down to 44, 41, 50. Nice. 4 points. You had a 5 point, a 4 point. There's your $500. There's your $500 trade. $500 move. Couple of trades. Made $500 for the day. Go Go take your $500, put it in the bank, and go play with your kids, your grandkids, or whatever. Right? I believe Sarah's goal, she said in her videos, her goal is like $300 a day, which is very, very, very reasonable. And I think using these two systems, using order flow and TheStrat, very easy to do if she decided to trade futures or commodities or whatever. Wouldn't take very long. I don't know how long she's taking to get into a trade to make money for the day. I don't know, but this is an alternative for people that don't want to spend a lot of time, all day long in front of the charts. This is also an opportunity for people that have been laid off because of this coronavirus thing, the vaccine mandates, all this kind of stuff. Some people do not feel comfortable with taking vaccines. They don't feel comfortable with wearing masks, or they have medical issues with wearing a mask or taking vaccines or whatever. I don't pass judgment on those kind of people. Whether they want to wear a mask or not, whether they want to take a vaccine or not, it's not my business. But if you do choose to, hey, you're off work, you're sitting at home, your unemployment's ran out, here's a good shot. You can open an S&P SP futures trading account with a lot of these brokers, $400 or $500 worth of deposit, and put these things on a chart and start trading and make you make a couple of $100 a day. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, 8 hours a day at $15 an hour, that's $120 a day, something like that. No, I'm sorry, it would be a little bit more than that. 80, yeah, it would be 8 hours a day at $15 an hour. So you could make that much money in one trade in 15-20 minutes. So you want to work 8 hours a day, or you want to work 15 minutes a day and make what you would be making in 8 hours a day, maybe in a couple of trades. So that's $120 a day working at $15 an hour, or make $120 in just a few minutes. From say even 1532. My charts are I believe these charts should be, yes, these are New York time. So you can trade whenever you want to. This system works basically 23 hours a day. You can trade Globex with it. It's a little bit slower, but you can trade Globex with it. You can trade regular trading hours. You just have to be pretty quick on the trigger, because regular trading hours tend to, on a 250 delta volume chart, these things tend to move a little fast, especially when you get to the end of the day. You're looking at, even there at 1514 to 1517 is 1, 2, what's that? 2 candles. So you got a little bit of time to get into a trade. And then when it gets down to at the end of the day, you can see get into this trade, and you got to be quick on the trigger finger to get out. But that would have been a nice one. For example, there's a short trade from 40.25 down to 37. So that's 8 points right there. Anyway, I hope this has been educational, informative, fun, and hope it sends you guys into the arms of TheStrat and the arms of order flow, because I think it's a very, very viable combination, using TheStrat and using order flow. Go look at Sarah Strat Sniper. You can find her over on video. Just search for Sarah, S-A-R-A, Strat Sniper. And she's got some really, really extremely easy, informative, and very easy videos. Sarah makes it easy. She's a really good teacher, really good presenter, and she makes this stuff look easy, you know. Anyway, hope you guys have a good evening. Talk to you later. See ya.